Hello and welcome to my channel Crafting with me, Deannie Jones, and today I'm crafting with the LokLik iCraft cutting machine. Recently, the LokLik company reached out to me to test out their iCraft cutting machine, and I was more than happy to. Now, I have to admit, I don't do a lot of paper crafts, but I would like to get into more paper crafts this new year. So I was so happy when they offered me the opportunity to work with their machine. Now, here of course are the mats and some test vinyl, and imagine my surprise as I opened this box and did the unboxing of this product and realized the true color of this product is a beautiful light purple. It's just perfect for spring. Now, we all know there are other cutting machines out there, but let me tell you truthfully, I have struggled with those other machines and they shall remain nameless. So I was very, very happy to receive the LokLik and just check it out for myself. The iCraft has the ability of cutting over 100 different materials easily and seamlessly, as well as very effectively with great precision. Speaking of precision, it has a print and cut function that has precision down to 0.5 millimeters, so you can make beautiful designs and cut them out as you need. It also allows you to create larger artwork efficiently and make matless cutting up to 21 feet. Perfect for making large banners, wall decals, and other large-scale products. As I spoke about it before, the noise level is at 60 decibels, whereas other machines are usually at 70 and above. It's a subscription-free software, allowing you to have unlimited access to advanced design functions, plus a library of 18,000 images for free. The LokLik also comes with a variety of tools for all the different functions that you will need for all of your crafts. So let's get started with using this wonderful LokLik machine. The LokLik is so easy and simple to set up. Again, I was just fascinated with this lovely lavender color, lilac color, whatever you want to call it. I just love this color. So here I'm going to take each step one by one and show you each of the items that I received with this bundle. Now, of course, I received a cord that is going to connect to my laptop, but you can also use the Wi-Fi, which I found to be much easier. I had a selection of different blades that I could use, as well as an insert so that I can use a pen or an embossing pen as well, an embossing tool that they also included. So let's just put it together and get started. And I also love this little caddy for my little tools right on my machine. Following the instructions, all I had to do was insert a blade into the blade cartridge and insert that cartridge into the machine itself. Like I said before, you can change the blades to different blades. We even have a foil embossing blade, as well as pens and other embossing tools. So the versatility of the LokLik is really just defined by your own imagination. Within minutes, I was ready to go, so I prepared my mat with the vinyl material that was provided by LokLik. I just had to load it into the machine and then decide what image I was going to cut out using the LokLik software. Now, interesting to note, the LokLik software is very, very user-friendly, easy to use, especially for first-time users, and most importantly, does not require any kind of subscription or yearly or monthly payment for additional images. They are all included as part of the LokLik. Within moments, my first project was already done and ready to be used as an iron-on or anything else you need. Now, we have our quality control cat Luna here to give in her opinions as she observes the LokLik very carefully. If anything, this is incredibly fascinating to her, and I think she thoroughly enjoyed watching the little machine go back and forth. But what's important here is that it was so quiet that she was concerned as to the silence of this machine that was working so hard back and forth. As you know, cats are pretty jumpy, and she was not jumping at all because of how quiet the machine ran. Now let's create our first project. Here we are with the LokLik iCraft software that I downloaded to my computer. And as you can see, there's a bountiful amount of items and ideas that you can use for each and every one of your projects. You can also print and cut, as you recall, that is one of the features of the LokLik iCraft. So many ideas for all the different holidays, and since Valentine's Day is just around the corner, I thought it would be fun to create some Valentine's Day projects. So here I'm going to the festival and checking off the Valentine's Day to see all of the different products and ideas that I can use. And as you can see, it's really a larger amount than I ever expected. And what's great is they're all free. So let's try it out with this item right here. In the software, I added that heart design to my canvas, and then I sized it up for what I needed to create. Here I'm using some very inexpensive vinyl, but you can also get vinyl from HTV Ront of all different kinds. Next, once the cutting machine is finished, of course, we have to weed out our designs. Now, I was lucky enough that I could use both designs, the one that I removed and the one that remained behind, and I'll show you just how I styled both of these heart designs. As I mentioned before, there's over 100 different materials that you can use with the LokLik. And as with other cutting machines, you have to use a cutting mat, but you can also use smart products or smart vinyl for these designs. Now, I had these wonderful signs. These were from the Hobby Lobby holiday collection, I guess you can call it, and it was right after Christmas. I got this for 90% off, so I believe these little signs came out to 29 cents each. So I am taking advantage of that and creating some lovely love signs for my office for Valentine's Day, and I just love this wonderful floral decor for Valentine's Day. I think it's absolutely perfect. Here I am just using my scraper, just like you would with any other machine, to keep the vinyl there. Now, with the scrap vinyl that sometimes you would just throw out, I'm going to use that for another design for a corresponding coordinating sign. And I think it worked out so well with that heart cutout. And both of them, you can keep one and give one to a friend or use both for decor, but it's a wonderful way to add some excitement and celebration for each holiday as it comes, and of course celebrating Valentine's Day. Now, this would be a wonderful gift for yourself, if you ask me, especially since you'd be saving a lot of money between the cost of the machine itself and the fact that you don't have to pay for subscriptions for additional add-ons of designs or functions for the software. Now, here are both of my designs, and I can go further and add any kind of embellishments that I'd like. I can trim it with some other colors, whatever I want to make this really beautiful and festive for the Valentine's Day season. But I think the two of them worked out so well and so fast and easy to make with my LokLik. Now, using the LokLik, it's a fun and easy way to make your own little boxed gifts. Now, here I just cut out a box, and now I'm going to use the embossing pen to be able to emboss, or to just have those areas where you have to fold the box. It's so much easier using an embossing pen just like this one for those areas, and it just makes it nice and clean and neat. Here's another special tool. LokLik has a foil transfer kit that you can use for all of your designs. So for Valentine's Day, what a wonderful way to add a sentiment to the top of a box just with a little bit of foil embossing. All I had to do was change the tool as well as add the embossing material, and it's easy enough to do with some tape to make sure that you don't so the embossing material doesn't get caught up in the cutting tool. Now again, we're going to be embossing with a foil tip, not a cutting tip, because you'll just be cutting through your wonderful foil. It's really fun to watch the embossing tool at work, and it's just so nice to know that you can add this wonderful additional sparkle to your projects, and especially if you're creating invitations or even any kind of gifts just as this one, to be able to emboss or personalize with names is just the perfect touch, especially for Valentine's Day. Now, this is my first time embossing, and I could have made the words a little thicker, but for now I think it's a great first time. Now let's put our little gift box together and get ready for Valentine's Day. I really enjoyed the LokLik, and I'm sure that I'll be creating many more projects to come. So many more holidays to plan for. To learn more about the LokLik iCraft cutting machine as well as the other products, please check my description down below for the link and more information about savings and offers made just for you. Thanks again for stopping by, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again to LokLik, and remember, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and live the adventure. And I'll see you again very soon.